Hello, the subject is marketing management. The topic is advertising. Advertising is one of the easiest way where promotion of goods can be made. Advertising is, in simple words, that it is a form of paid promotion. Come, let us see what is the meaning of advertising. Advertisement is the process of spreading product information among the potential buyers through a public medium in order to maximize sales, such as a public medium includes, among others, newspapers, magazines, television, and radio. Coming to the definition of advertising, according to William J. Stanton, advertising consists of all the activities in presenting to a group a non-personal, oral or visual, openly sponsored message regarding a product, service or an idea. The definition throws light on all the activities that is done in presenting regarding a particular product or a service to a group of audience is known as advertising. The American Marketing Association defines advertising as any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of goods, services or ideas by an identified sponsor. So this definition by American Marketing Association throws light on the concept that advertising is a paid form of promotion and it is done by an identified sponsor. So this definitions and meaning say clearly that advertising is a paid form of promotional tool which informs or presents in detail the message of a product or service that is going to be offered by the company to the consumer. And this advertising can be done through use of various medias thus available. If that is advertising, what are the objectives of advertising? Why advertising is being done? What is its need? The objectives of advertising are as follows, and the objectives can go beyond these as well. The objectives of advertising are to announce the introduction of a new product, to motivate the buyers to buy, to create demand for the product, to achieve an immediate sale, to announce certain concession to buyers like discounts, price cuts, gifts, etc., to popularize the brand name and to secure brand loyalty, to support the activities and efforts of the salesman, to build up an image for the business, to achieve a higher market share, to inform product modifications and alterations to the buyer, to explain how the product works, to counter the competitors' strategies, to promote sales during off-season, to maximize sales during festival season, to remind the buyers about the company and its product. So, all these are objectives of advertising And not only with these objectives, there are many more objectives on and off during advertising. But all these objectives are to be kept while constituting advertising policies and advertising the products or services of a company by the marketing department and the company. Let us see what are the different kinds of advertising. Different kinds of advertising means what is being advertised is the focus here. In the kinds of advertising, the focus is what is being advertised, what is shown through the advertising, or what is conveyed through advertisement. So, the different kinds of advertising are as follows. Basically, there are 6 different kinds of advertising. One is product advertising, second, institutional advertising, third, competitive advertising, fourth, comparative advertising, fifth, collective or cooperative advertising, sixth, non-commercial advertising. Let us see one by one what they are and what kind they are. Different kinds of advertising. First is product advertising. Most business houses try to sell their products and services through advertising. The need for product advertising arises mainly because the business has to create demand for its products. This is being done through a public medium like newspapers, television, or radio by means of an advertisement. The advertisement may appear in a visual form with the picture of the product with its features explained. In the case of newspapers and magazines, it may also appear in the form of oral presentation of the product idea in the case of radio advertisement, or in both visual and oral forms as in the case of television advertisements. Such advertisements speak not only about the product but also stress the brand, and it creates an impression. It impresses the audience and enhances his decision in buying the product. Thus, the first kind of advertising is product advertising. The second kind of advertising is institutional advertising. Here, the focus is not on the product but on the company and its services. Such an advertisement is not intended for the consumers alone. It may also be meant for various other groups like the shareholders, creditors, suppliers, and so on. The goal of such an advertisement is mainly to boost the image of the concern. It may also be used to make an offer or an announcement. There may be an offer to the supplier of materials to submit price quotations. The advertisement may also announce the date and time of annual general meeting of the company, and so on and so forth. This type of or the kind of advertising fully focuses on the institution and its services being offered or services that are required by the firm as well on special occasions. The third kind of advertising is competitive advertising. In this case, The goal of advertisement is to show the superiority of one product over the competing products. Such an approach is resorted to when there is cutthroat competition in the market. The advertisement stresses on brand name, product quality, price, and the company image. The fourth kind of advertising is comparative advertising. Here, the marketer highlights the comparative features of the competing products, such as its qualities and features. Such advertisements are quite common these days and also have become a matter of controversy. Car, motorcycle, and television manufacturers adopt such an approach. In the comparative features of different cars models are often advertised by the manufacturers. In the same way, the comparative advantages of two-wheelers are advertised. The advertiser invariably claims that his product alone is superior when compared to the competitive product. Thus, comparative advertising is a kind of advertising. The next kind of advertising is collective or cooperative advertising. Certain products are jointly advertised by the manufacturers and dealers together. Such advertising is what is known as collective or cooperative advertising. The manufacturers of car, motorcycle, and TV also use such an approach, wherein the dealers or the agents join hands in advertising their products with the company. Thus, they have collective or cooperative advertising kind. The next kind of advertising is non-commercial advertising. Advertisements for non-commercial purposes are brought out by charitable organizations, mainly to secure financial help from philanthropists. Organizations of such caliber invite charity contributions from public through such non-commercial advertising. So these are the 6 different kinds of advertising that are available, through which what is advertised is focused more. The kind of advertising is based on what is being advertised. Moving on, we'll see what are the types of advertising. Here, types of advertising means in which way advertising can be done. What are the modes and medias that are used for advertising? How and all advertising can be done is what means types of advertising. We'll see one by one what are the types of advertising. The first is online advertising. Online advertisements are digital advertisements as a form in which the message is conveyed via the internet. For every website, ads are a major source of revenue. Advertising online has become very popular in the last decade and has surpassed the expectation of most of the advertising experts. 60% revenue of Google is generated from ads, and the same goes for Facebook as well, which clearly shows that the trend is of online advertising. There is something called as SMS advertising, wherein mobile phones or cell phones are used. SMS marketing is a major source of mobile advertising. Users are informed about the product or service in 160 or fewer characters. This was when the internet was not available on mobile phones. Once mobile phones got access to the internet, all the internet advertising flowed to mobile, and experts suggest that mobile advertising will be the only major advertising strategy for almost every company in near future. The next type of advertising is television ads. About a decade ago, television was the most popular form of advertising. Events like the Super Bowl, international cricket games, World Cups, Olympics, all the top attractions for advertisers to advertise about their products. To some extent, it still is effective for most advertisers, but with the advent of online streaming of television on mobiles, marketers have now moved from television to online as a preferred advertising medium. The third type of advertising is ads in theaters. The advertisements in movie theaters before all the movies start or during the intermission are called movie ads. These are one of the costliest forms of advertising since people cannot skip it, change the channel, or move away. Many of the companies have started opting for movie ads since it ensures that the entire message reaches the audience, and unlike online advertising, the audience cannot interfere till the advertisement is over. Movie ads are different from placement ads. The next type of advertising is product placement. Product placement is called covert advertising, wherein a product is quietly embedded in the entertainment media. Most of the time, there is no mention of the product, although the audience sees the product. Movies are the major places where the product placement is done within a movie scene or a situation. The next type of advertising is radio. Radio advertisements are the ones that are broadcast through radio waves and heard on radios all over the place. These mostly consist of audible advertisements or jingles. While some consider this to be an ineffective form of advertising, there are still many followers who listen to the radio every morning. Advertisement for almost every product can be found on the radio. Every single feature and benefit of the product has to be explained on the radio, unlike other sources where the customer can see the product from inside. The next type of advertising is print. Print being the oldest and the traditional way of advertising. Now printing is slowly decreasing form of advertising. There were days before the evolution of television when printing was a major source of advertising and considered to be one of the most effective media. But since the expansion and explosion of television usage, print advertisements have taken a backseat. The main disadvantage of print advertising is the shelf life of the ads is short. However, because its reach is solid, print advertising is one of the most expensive and most effective types of advertising. There are various print type of advertising available such as magazine advertising, brochures or handouts, newspapers, etc. The next type of advertising is outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising consists of displaying large posters, banners, or hoardings with the advertisement. These are displayed on the side of the road, on the glass of large buildings, or on specifically targeted places that have huge inflow of public. While earlier printed ads were used for outdoor advertising, recently they have been replaced by digital boards. These boards display the advertising without the hassle of getting ads printed in a better and fancied way. The next type of advertising is global advertising. Global advertising is more of a strategy than the type of advertising, but some have classified these as a separate type of advertising. In global advertising, a single ad runs throughout all the countries where the product is present, irrespective of the audience and the language. The similar kind of ad is played across the world. The ads are homogeneous and run through the entire world in English sometimes. The next type of advertising is outdoor blank space advertising. It is a new form of advertising which ensures a large reach of audience. Occupying the empty spaces for advertisement is known as space advertising. Example include the spaces of metros, buses, cabs, flight seats, and movie theater seats where advertising is done on the removable seat covers, etc. Since a huge number of people use these facilities and they have a long shelf life, they have proved very effective form or type of advertising. The last type of advertising is online emailers. In this type, emails are sent through the customers. While some have classified this under internet advertising, emailers have gained a separate category owing to the fact of personalization. The emails sent from companies have a personalized message, including a personalized greeting makes emailers more effective than most forms of advertising. Companies work hard so that mail reaches the inbox of the customer rather than junk mail, and thousands of dollars are spent to ensure that emails are delivered to the right customer. Hence, we have these many types of advertising and various kinds of advertising. If the companies and the marketing department can use it well, they will survive and succeed in their marketing business. That's advertising. Thanks for listening.